Yeah, now the thing is like, so if you want to create an see, every time in the Node.js, if you are creating a particular web page, or if you are creating a project, the most important file is package.json. Without package.json, you cannot able to access the project project actually, because the start command and also build command and also the dependencies of your application, everything will be residing inside package.json. So package.json is a predefined and also given word by the Node.js to detect its own dependencies of the project, and also it will detect the data, and the start command, and also it will detect some scripts. It will detect the development environment or production environment. So and also it will detect like so this is general structure of the node.js, this package or JSON. It is something like name, version, description, and also main. So everything like we can able to create everything from a CLI command. So if I am taking like this, now currently I have only one file, but I want to create like package.json. So for that command is like npm init. Okay, if I click on this npm init, if I go for this npm, it will first ask me the name of the project. So I am giving some name here, some kind of react first, actually react first program. Okay, so if I am clicking on enter, it will ask for the version, the for your no, I mean uh, for your observation. Suppose if it is the first version you are creating, you can give like 1.0.0, and here I am giving some something like basic program. Okay, the description, and here it is by default it is index.js, which it will detect the programs. It will detect all programs from index.js. Okay, so I am leaving that as it is. And test command, we don't need to give anything. That's an get repository also we are not giving. And keywords, they are just for the repository. If you want to give, you can give. And here also you can do like some question like that. And license, we are not having any license. So these are something important while you are creating your main your project inside your real time. Okay, so if they are giving you some kind of license, you can able to enter that license here. Or if they are giving you some kind of versions or something, you can enter that version here, likewise it is. So the default structure it will show to us. So this is my the default structure. Is it okay for you? Likewise it will ask you. You have to give yes. Okay. So this is a default package.json which is available for us. So apart of this package.json, we have to install some dependencies in this package.json. Okay, so to do that dependencies, to install the dependencies, first we need to have the entry of the dependencies here. Okay, like dependencies, and I am going to give here some you know uh, first is like react react, and here I am giving some kind of react, and I am giving the latest version of the react. Okay, I can give as latest, that will work. Okay, so and also one more thing is important, as I told you yesterday. There are three npm modules are important. One is like react dom, and also react scripts. React scripts we are going to describe inside the dev dependencies, because it is not dependency of the application. It is dependency of the development environment. That's why we are going to give that in the dev dependencies. So for now, actually what we are doing is we are giving some kind of react dom, and I am giving here some kind of latest, right? So yeah, this is the thing. And one more thing is like I want to give you scripts. uh, Scripts, and in these scripts I have to mention two things. We can, for now we can give one thing, that is start. So since we are using the start right now, and every React program will be starting from the React script space start. So this React scripts space start, this is the command which will be triggered when I am giving from my CLI npm start. If I am giving from my CLI, it will go for the package.json after this npm, and it will go for the start keyword inside the scripts. So if it is finding the start script here, it will go and execute this command in the CLI. Okay, this is how we want to run from the npm to the package.json. So once I am running this one, it will go to the root folder. Where is the root folder means here index.js is the root folder. This main one. Okay. So what we are going to write inside it, we are going to see. And here like as I told you, here other one is like dev dependencies. I have to give dev dependencies actually. So for that dev dependencies, it is like this. I'm going dev dependencies. So inside the dev dependencies, I am going to give React scripts. And I am going to take this one as latest. Okay, whatever the current new version. So now after this, I just declared those dependencies, but I haven't installed those dependencies in my application. So here my dependencies are React and React DOM, and also my dev dependency is React scripts. Okay, so this is scripts. Okay, so once what is the command to install these dependencies means npm install. I have to do always this inside the the current path of the root folder. So if I am seeing like here, you can find like it is pwd. So there I am at the root folder right now. So then I am giving some kind of npm install. So this will install all dependencies of your application. Okay, if the dependencies are installed also, you can able to reinstall. You have to give same npm install only. Suppose in future if you want to change this to some other version, and if you are giving npm install, that will also will work. Okay, we are just overriding our entry on top of that node modules. Okay, so if I am giving here enter, right, so it will go and collect all the dependencies, the default dependencies of node.js, the default dependencies of the server, and also the dependencies and dev dependencies whatever we are provided. So all those dependencies will be accumulated, and it will put inside the node modules folder. Okay, hello, yeah. So now you can able to find the dependencies are installed in my application. So now you are finding this React and also React DOM. If you are opening, if you are finding here, there is one more package log.json, which will tell that the versions, and also it will tell the dependencies, and it will tell like the whether it is development or not. So these and all the dependencies what are installed in your program. I mean in your application. So if you are finding this is your module. Likewise, there will be like modules, several modules here, like React DOM. This React DOM also installed here. The current version it has installed like 16.3, 13.1. And also, if you see here, React scripts also installed 3.4.1. And if you see the React one, this also will be installed here. Okay. So all the dependencies are, and also dev dependencies will be installed in your application. Okay, You can able to find that in the package.json, in a package log.json, in a detailed version, you can able to find. Okay. So here the thing is, the important thing is, we no need to worry about this package.json, log.json. So you, once you're, the one tip is here, like if you are doing one more time npm install, right, we have to uninstall this package log.json. Otherwise what it will do is, it will take these versions and it will install. It won't take the latest versions. That is the problem. So we have to remove this package log.json, and we want to give npm install. If you are giving one more time npm install, if you are reinstalling your npm modules in your projects. Okay. So all your dev dependencies and dependencies will be installed inside this node modules. So if you are finding here, you will be finding all this. These are the default dependencies for the browser from the Node.js. Actually, Node.js is providing some kind of facility to handle the data, to handle the JSON, to handle the binary data, to handle the middleware data, and also to communicate for the data. So there are some default dependencies available. So all these are all the dependencies available, Lodash, and all the dependencies available for us. So we are going to use here React and React DOM. Okay. So coming for this here React and React DOM, you will be finding, one second. Yeah. These are the React and React DOM. Two things are installed in our application. Okay. So this is a default projects given by the React. From the Facebook, they have given this minified file. With these files only, we have to do our development actually. Okay. Once you are importing, React from React, it is going to come and hit here, and it is going to get the particular library. It is like something like internal. It will be like some minified files. Okay. So this is about node modules, and also package and .json, and also package lock.json. Okay. So here now the first thing we want to do is, we have to create one public folder. So if you are finding here, like, first I want to create one public folder, public, and in this folder, first thing what I want to do is, like, I want to create index.html. So I want to go here, and I want to create like index.html. This is one of the important files. So once if you are doing your application running, right, it will first come to the index.html, this one. And here I have to mention like some div id is equal to root, and I want to give here this I'm just giving here the id as root. Okay. So now I am going to apply, now I am going to add, as you are aware, this document dot get element by id, and where we are going to route our div on top of it. If you remember, like in the html, we are going to give any text to the div by giving like document dot get element by id, and then in bracket we would give the id name, and we would give dot inner html. Likewise, we are going to inject any text inside the document. Likewise, we are going to inject here one root, one component to this root. Okay. So my current component is root, div id equal to root. Okay. But I want to inject some data inside it, some component inside it. For that, I want to take one more folder, that is like src, and inside this src, I want to give this file name like index.js. So once I am giving this index.js, the first thing I want to render, as I told you, we have to import the component. We want to send the component to the document.getElement by id route. So first thing we want to give here is to create the component first. So for creating the component, two things are important. One is like React, and other one is like React DOM. So first time, what I am going to do is I am going to take here import React from React. Okay, from React. And one more thing I want to give here is like import render. Render is a function, render, and from I am going to import this one from React DOM, what we already installed. Okay. So once I am giving this path itself, it will go and fetch the particular root in the node modules because they are available globally. Okay. So now if I am using with these two variables, I can able to create a component. So now how to create a component means class app extends. This is just a class only. Okay, but this is not a component. To give the features of the component for this class, I want to give like extends component react dot component. I want to give like react dot component. So this will bring the features of the react component to the current class. Okay, the structure of this class is like, the first thing is like constructor. Okay, the first thing is like constructor, and the second thing is like render. So this render is the one which is going to render your elements, your all the data elements to the UI. So this render is the one which is going to render your HTML elements into the UI. This is very important. Then here it is like in the constructor, if you want to declare any variables, you can able to declare inside the constructor. This is also one of the important point. So for every constructor, it is associated with a super. Okay, this is a keyword which the general basic structure of the constructor is going to come with a super actually. So in any program, in every program, the first initialized or the first running loop is constructor, block is constructor. In the constructor, all the time, the first block, the first whatever the elements, if you want to declare, we have to declare inside the constructor only. If you want to declare a state, or if you want to declare a prop, or if you want to declare a variable, so this is the where we want to declare our variables. So if I am declaring inside this constructor, it is applicable to the entire scope of the program. So it is going to apply the entire scope of the program. Okay, so now the your program is up to here, right? So now you want to mount this component, whatever the app component, whatever you have created, you want to mount it inside this root. Okay, inside this root, how can you mount means you can able to, there is one class known as react DOM. Okay, with that react DOM, you can able to mount your application to the I mean to id root. Okay, how can I do is like this actually, render. So this render is the one which will do app, and I am going to use here document dot get element by id. So I am going to give here root. So this is how you want to route your application to the root, and this root is the one which will be hitted, and it will be displayed. All your app.js, whatever you have created here, this is a main component. So this component is going to get the details here, and this will be routed to the document.getElement by id. Okay, So now the thing is, I want to, yeah, 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 can, okay. So now the thing is, if I want to create here anything like any variables or something, I can able to create like this dot some e number, and I am going to give here some kind of 215. Okay. So here I want to return the HTMLs, right? So inside the HTMLs, whatever we are creating here, we have to give one block scope element, any block scoped element. Okay, that is like div. Most of the times people will use div actually. So I cannot able to do like two divs in parallelly. This will become a compilation error. Okay, it will tell like JSS expression must have only one parent element, means it has to be enclosed inside one block scoped element only. Here my block scoped element whatever I am using is div. Okay, that's why it has to be embedded. Whatever I want to write, that has to be embedded inside this two. If I am going to create one more label or whatever it is, right? So it won't allow. Okay, one component should have only one block scope element. This is a wrong declaration. This is the important thing. Okay, so and one more thing here, it is like inside the div we have to, if you want to declare any para, we can able to declare here. So I am going to give here some kind of hello react. Okay, so and also I am going to give here some kind of h3 header, and the employee number I am going to give here like this dot e number. Okay, so now so we have created this and we have mounted the component inside this public dot public index dot html. Everything is done. To start this application, we are going to go for the terminal. So inside the terminal, I am going to give here npm start. So npm start is a command which is going to hit the React scripts actually. React scripts is the one which is going to trigger your application. So if I am clicking, if I am running this application, that very first point, so start. Okay, 1 second. Missing the script. React scripts. 1 second. I think, scripts correct on here. So now npm start. I think I didn't save it. So now still I am getting this one missing start. So 1 second. It is like dev dependencies and dependencies, and the dependencies it is like scripts. I think. Okay, there are two starts are there. So I am going to put inside this one. It didn't come so. Yeah. So I am going to delete this one. Two things, right? I am going to just delete the above one. So now I am going to see. Yeah, it has started the React scripts actually. You see. So yeah. So it will ask like, would you like to add default? There are some defaults for the package.json. So it will ask you whether to add those defaults. They are something like some production browser list. browser list, some production, and also the development versions. What is the development version we are going to use for the current development? So it will take some default values actually. So that default values we have to give s actually. Why? So, 1 second. It is not like binding, but this is a single interpolation. This is a interpolation. If you want to bind any variable, if you want to get any variable inside the program, this is we have to use the same variable. Whatever the variable I have declared here, variable, since this will be like an global, and this will also be like local in a functional environment. This is like here I am going to get the global value of this to this dot env. See, this is like here I can give anything inside this. This is not something like I have to mention a value. So this is how we have to bind a particular, you know, variable. We have to bind a particular variable, or if you want to bind a particular value, anything from a JSON, or if you want to get some kind of variable output. So in all cases, we have to do with this single interpolation. This is called single interpolation, and the left braces and the right braces, I mean within the flower braces, we have to embed the value. That value can be a value, or it can be a variable, or it can be a JSON, JSON related key, or whatever it is. So it will be compiled, and it will get that value from wherever it is declared. From wherever it is declared, it will go and get that value, and it will show us the current uh, output. Let me start number. Okay. Yeah, and yeah. So after that, the defaults, if you remember the defaults, once they are installed, right, we will get this dependencies like development, Chrome, last version, one Chrome extension version, and these are the some default different dependencies the npm will add to run the npm start. Okay, so we are not going to use that. We are just going to see that we are not going to use that anywhere. Okay, and coming to the program. So this is the index.js, which is like given inside this package.json. Here I have given this index.js, right? So this is the main file. This is the main file where the program is getting run. Okay. So this is the meaning of component creation, and also how we can able to render the data to the UI, and also how we can able to mount that data, this route, how we can declare that component. So there are two ways of creating the component. One is like React.component. Other one is also there, that is component.
What difference between both?
Which one?
Difference, read that component and component difference.
Both are same.
Both are same. Okay.
Yeah, both are same. We are going here. We are going to import. Here, if you see, I am already importing from React component from React. What this means is React dot component only.
Okay.
Okay. If I am importing this component from React, that means React dot component.
Okay.
Since this React is one object, we are going to get this particular class from it. So that class name only we are going to use here. This is also one of the way of creating the component. You see the terminal. It will be like the first one. Yeah, you can able to find the same, but it's not it's not giving any error. That's okay for now. And yeah, I hope you are clear with this topic.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Tomorrow we'll see about some state-related topic,
Okay.
state, and then how to and trigger the state, and how
Okay.
to get that value from the state. How can we
Oh,
see conditional
oh,
and other.
okay.
See.
Sure.